This edition of MacVoices is sponsored by the MacVoices iOS app. Don't wait for your podcatcher. Get all MacVoices all the time on your iPhone or iPad with the MacVoices iOS app. Available for only $1.99 in the iOS App Store. Good afternoon, Macworld, iWorld. How's everybody doing? Woo, good. Okay, that was a little half-hearted, but it is the last day. So we're all getting a little tired, but it's been a whole lot of fun. Folks, we're here to show you some cool app demos. And instead of me trying to do them and butchering them all up, we have the actual developers here. They'll give you 5 minutes of their program, and we do have a hard out at 5 minutes. So at 5 minutes, I've got a hook over there. They'll get drug off stage. And after that, we would encourage you to go, if you're interested, and check more out because they'll give you a more extensive demo at their booths. I'm Chuck Joyner from MacVoices. I'm happy to welcome some of the coolest apps at the show. They're all cool, but these are some of the coolest that I think I've seen. First up, from BusyCal, John is going to show us the brand new BusyContacts. John, welcome.
Thanks, Chuck. Alrighty. Okay, good. You can see what I'm seeing. BusyMac develops two applications. One is called BusyCal, which has been available for several years. It's a replacement for the built-in calendar on OS X. And what we introduced at the show that I'm going to demonstrate to you today is BusyContacts, which is a replacement for the built-in Contacts app on OS X. So I'm showing BusyContacts right now, and I'm looking at my card view where I can scroll through these cards to see the contact details for these contacts. We also have a list view, which lets you choose which columns you want to display, as well as the order you want to display them in. For example, I could sort by last name, or first name, or organization. If I were to perform a search, let's say I search for Macworld, you'll see that it found 206 contacts. That's anybody that has the word Macworld in their company name or notes or whatever. By being able to display the information in this list view, I can scroll through it and I can see the people that actually work at Macworld. Whoops. Down here. So I can scroll through these. But what I might want to do is narrow this search down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it as a smart filter, which is currently searching for any contact that contains the word Macworld. And I'm going to choose to just search the company name field for Macworld. Now I've narrowed it down to 19. And you'll notice that the colors that you see here, this one is blue, this one is green, and this is red and black. Those colors indicate the address book that the contact is stored on. So I can see that this blue one is on my iCloud account, and this green one is on my Exchange Office 365 account. And I might have others on Google, or more likely you'll be connected to several social networks such as Facebook and Twitter or LinkedIn. And you'll have duplicate contacts from those different sources. And so by being able to color each source, you can very easily identify where these duplicate contacts are coming from and decide what you want to do with those, whether you want to merge them or link them or delete them. I'm going to take this search a little further. Right now I'm searching for anybody with Macworld in their company field. I'm going to say, I just want to find people whose first name is Dan that work at Macworld. So now I've narrowed the list down to 3 people. We've got Dan Frakes, Dan Miller, and Dan Morin. So the smart filters are a very powerful way to be able to quickly perform saved searches. You can see I've got one here searching for Steve and another one for people that are members of my press list or people that work at Apple. So it's just a great way to filter your list. Another option we offer is these tags. So for example, you'll notice that Aaron Krause has a number of tags attached to him. If I were to take, I'll just randomly select a few contacts here, and I'm going to apply a tag of, we'll say they're members of my family. So they've been added, the family tag has been added to these contacts, and you'll see down here, if I click on the family tag, I'm just showing those contacts that have that tag attached. So it's really a convenient way to organize all of your contacts. Another thing we offer is the ability to share contacts. So you'll notice on this address book, there's a little signal icon. If I double click on that, you'll see that I'm actually sharing these contacts with a couple other people. You can share them with read, write, or read-only access. So it's a great way to share your contacts with a spouse or co-workers. And the last thing I want to show you is how we integrate with our calendar app, BusyCal. So let's bring up Chuck's card here. So I've got Chuck Joyner, and I'm going to control click on Chuck, and I'm going to say I want to create a new event with Chuck. and it jumps me into BusyCal, where I can create an appointment to go to lunch with Chuck. You'll notice down here that it shows Chuck is attached to this event. If I select Show in BusyContacts, it takes me back into BusyContacts, and I can see that event I created that's linked to Chuck. While I'm at it, I'm going to create a to-do, call Chuck, because I'm going to need to call him so we can figure out where we're going to go to lunch. And you'll see that that is also linked to his contact card here. And I can even mark that as completed in BusyContacts. And if I were to double click on it, it takes me back to BusyCal, and you can see that it's been marked as complete in BusyCal as well. So I have a complete history here of all past and future activities that are linked to this contact in BusyContacts. And I think I've made it underneath my 5-minute window. So that's BusyContacts. If you want to see more, we'll be showing it at our booth over there in Appaloosa. And it will be available this summer as a public beta, shipping sometime after that. Thank you.
Very impressive. Thank you, John. Good job. Good job. And you're right, 30 seconds under. You get a cookie.
Whoopsie.
Whoops, look out. Crash. So next up, I would like to welcome Dennis from Readle, who's going to show off something called Scanner Pro for your iPhone. Dennis, welcome. It's good to see you.
So our app is called Scanner Pro, which essentially allows you to turn your iPhone or iPad into a scanner, so you don't have to buy the actual hardware scanner anymore. And it works pretty much simple. So it's been a while. I mean, it's been out for 4 years, but now after Apple's promotion and New York Times mentioning it's #1 in business category. So this is how it works. Let's say if I want to scan something, I just go here, and it finds the edges of the document and the borders. So I press Scan button, and it turns this document into a good-looking PDF file. I can choose if it's black and white or colored, and then I press Save button, and it saves as a PDF, so that I can email right away to somebody, or I can fax or print or annotate or do further things with this file. So it's very useful for people who are traveling and keeping track of their expenses. So you can scan receipts, you can scan your orders, pages, and basically even dashboards. So it's usually costs $7, but now it's on 50% off. So that's pretty much it. I think I'm under time, right?
You're doing great.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you, Dennis. Thank you. So next up, I'm happy to welcome for the first time to Macworld, Yi and Richard from Orbeus to talk about a very cool photo organization app called ReKoMe.
Hi everyone, my name is Yi.
I'm Richard. We're from Orbeus. We're a computer vision company specializing in face recognition and image recognition software. And today what we'd like to do is introduce our new app, a smart photo album. It has the look and feel of Photos album on iOS, but we've added some new features to it. So Yi, weren't you going to show me some pictures about your pet?
Oh yes, I remember, so let me find it for you. It should be fun.
So if we use the regular Photos app, we've all been in this situation where, oh, you're trying to find that photo right now, and you've got thousands of photos you're trying to zip through. And everyone patiently waits, and then the moment's gone. So what we've done is we've made ReKoMe with our functionality, so let's try that again.
Okay, let me find the same one with ReKoMe, see how it happens. Let me find my popular animals.
So we've added a couple of other features where you can zero in based on time. So if you can narrow in, you knew it was approximately sometime between June last year and November. You could limit the search to that. Also, if you knew the geotag, had the geotag information, you could add that. But the real magic is behind the image recognition. So based right here, we quickly came up with
yeah, my hamster, I just found in a second, even like in between Richard's talking, it's my hamster who eating his snack and lying down, so enjoyable. And also I want to show, okay, the other day I mentioned to you, when I was driving in Cupertino, I saw some deers running. Here is a photo. Can you see that? The deers.
So as you can see, even if the object in the photo is relatively small compared to the overall size of the image, we can identify it.
Oh, and one more thing. It's my sleeping chinchilla. Let me find it. Oh, here it is. You see, isn't he cute?
Okay. I'm not sure about cute, but even in an underexposed photo, you can see that it'll identify the chinchilla in this photo.
Yeah, I find it this way, but actually I can do it in a more smart way. Like I can directly search for chinchilla.
So what we're doing here is we've used the most popular keywords applied to each of the photos, and they're just a suggested set. You can use your own words, and with a natural language algorithm built in, we're going to make those associations. So we're going to give you some suggestions, but also give you other options down if you scroll down lower within the app. So the overall intention is to help you find your find your photo as quickly as possible. Okay, so let's try something else. How about we're looking for office space right now.
Oh, yeah. Last week I went to 2 different places. I checked out 2 office space. Let me show you directly by typing office. Yeah, here it is, you see? This is one I found in Menlo Park, how it looks like. And this is one in Los Altos. Hey, Richard, which one do you like better?
Definitely the Menlo Park higher ceiling office space looks good.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Now, what about dinner tonight?
Oh, talking about dinner, last time you remember, I mentioned, I love seafood a lot, and I got a really enjoyable one when I left Boston for my farewell party. Let me find it to show whether we can find similar food. So I searched for food. I got too many food photos, so let me try this. I remember it somewhere last year, and it is Boston. So yeah, here it is. You see, this is a lobster I mentioned last time. I enjoyed so a lot.
Very good. That's good. Yeah, I think we can find something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah, and we also can do text. So similarly, like I'm a girl like walking around, don't remember so much things. But here, let me find my receipt to kind of reimburse. So here is my expenses. Hope you like it.
Yeah. So we can even identify whether there's text, a sign, any kind of information that includes any kind of writing. So we'll classify that into its own group.
Yeah.
Okay. So if there's press or anyone that wants to check out the app, it's available at ReKoMe for beta right now, and it'll be available in the App Store in a matter of a week or so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Hello. Thank you guys very much. Next up, Philip from MacPaw is going to show you a new security app called Hider, because we all have things that we'd like to hide. At least I would. I don't know. Philip?
So what we are going to show you is our new, almost released application called Hider 2. This application lets you hide and encrypt files and folders on your Mac, so no one will be able to find them through Spotlight or Finder. How does this thing work? The application is password protected. You can easily unlock application with your password and see the list of all files and folders you have hidden with the app. So now see our beautiful interface. To unlock the app, just enter the password, and here you go, the list of all files and folders you have hidden. If you want to hide the file, simply drag it into the app, and bumps, it disappeared from its original location. File is copied to our internal secure storage, where it's encrypted with AES 256 encryption. This is bank level of encryption. It's virtually impossible to hack unless you're a guy from NSA. So you can feel like it's safe. You can do the same thing with the folders. Just drag it here, and entire folder will be encrypted and stored in our secure vault. And hide the files as easy as that. For example, how to check that it works fine. I have a file called .budget. If I will decide to hide it with a Finder, I just trigger the toggle and go back to Spotlight to search for this file, and you see that this file disappears through the Spotlight. You will not be able to find it in Finder, and if you're smart enough and you're well going with the terminal, you still won't be able to find it. So it's completely secure. Files stored on your hard drive. You can arrange your file by different categories, which you can create yourself. If you already got used to Mavericks tags, you can keep using it here. So all the tags you have, all the files you have tagged, once you imported them, you will see the list of tags on the left panel. You can also create secure text nodes for different text information like credit card numbers, login items, account numbers. You don't bother about writing down the credit card numbers, they are fake. But if you have like lots of files, you need to find some of them, just go to the search bar and find any files you need and then unlock it from here. You can also go to our menu bar assistant to get access to 5 recently viewed items, and then you can hide and unhide it from this list. And also search works as well. There is a global shortcuts, so in some emergency situation you can just hit 3 buttons and hide all the files which you have on the list. Another combination to lock the application. It will be available on Mac App Store starting from Wednesday, 2nd of April. It will cost $19.99, but we introduced 50% launch discount, so you can get the app for less than $10 for the first week after the release. And if you have any questions, just stop by our booth. We're at Appaloosa stand, it's just third booth from this live stage. I will be happy to answer your questions. Thank you for your attention.
Very nice, Phil. Very nice.
Thanks, Jack.
Thank you. So it looks like we may have a problem, folks, because these guys are all under 5 minutes. I mean, I haven't got to use the hook yet. So, yeah, somebody, thank you for the applause. So, Stephanie, I believe you're up. Stephanie is going to show us an application called Babiis that is a social network to connect your babies to the rest of the world and to parents, which I know sounds a little strange, but it was really cool. I was kind of blown away by the app. And I'm not even a parent, and so it takes a lot to blow me away.
Okay, so this is Babiis. Babiis was developed for people who have families that are all over. Myself particularly, I have family in Portugal, England, Florida, and here. Time zones can be a little bit erratic. So Babiis really helps you connect with the family members that, you know, maybe this 1-year-old doesn't want to FaceTime at 6 o'clock in the morning when you want to FaceTime with the rest of your family. So easy interface. This is how the baby is going to be able to interact. You can click on, say, Daddy, for instance. So click on a little bubble. So this is Daddy. I mean, my camera's up here. So he has pre-recorded this video. Interact with the baby. And as Daddy's recording, I'm up here. The application is recording baby's response. So although it's not live, comparable to FaceTime and Skype, you are able to get that side-by-side live interaction. So baby can communicate with family members, as well as we have different stories, numbers. You can help really educate the child, as well as stories. You can pre-record your voice in and help baby go to sleep. Once baby watches your video, you're able to log into, hang on one second. Once your video is watched, you get either a push notification or an email notification that baby has watched your video. Then you can go in and view baby's response. Let's see. So this is what the parent-family interface looks like. You can view the response. Obviously, this is my hand above the screen. You can see, but earlier, different self-reactions, me responding. And as well as stories. Your family tree is not limited. It's a free application, so you can share it with anyone all over. Help connect with those family members that wouldn't normally be able to communicate with, and keep that interface live. You're able to purchase games and videos and just enjoy some family time. And pretty simple.
And some of the videos, some of the games I think can be customized too with voices and all?
Yeah, you can record your own voice in with the numbers, so you can really help educate the child as well as with the stories. That's my favorite. Help read your child a bedtime story if you're not there, but interact with them.
the website, and where's the booth?
Oh, booth, Appapalooza. Come say hi. And I won't be as shy as on this. Y'all are very nice looking.
Thanks so much, Stephanie.
Thanks.
Thank you. So next up, Paul from RAGE Software. How many people here have a website? Okay, there are a lot of people here that need a website, I can tell. Paul's going to show you how to build a website with something new. If you were an iWeb user, this is ideal. If you were never an iWeb user but are just, getting into it the first time, Paul swears that you don't have to write a lick of code. You just use his product and it'll be all up and running. Is that a fair assessment?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's pretty much exactly it. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, then.
All right, thanks, Chuck. So a bunch of people here have a website or want to build a website. Anyone here use iWeb before? Oh, a lot of people. A lot of people are disappointed that Apple discontinued it, right? So what we created here was kind of an iWeb replacement. So all the features that you were used to in iWeb, we built into this new application called EverWeb. It has pretty much everything you had in iWeb, but with new features like contact forms, mobile websites, built-in search engine optimization, YouTube videos, HTML5 videos, everything you pretty much need to get your website online. So if you taking a look at this, you can drag and drop your images, text, just like you did in iWeb or any other website builder. One of the different things that we put in was something called master pages. So with master pages, I can edit one page on my site, and those pages get put on every other page that use that master page. So with here, I can drag and drop my images, resize them, edit text, just like any kind of page layout program here. I can add contact forms to my site. I can add PayPal shopping carts, so add full e-commerce ability to my website, including a full shopping cart or just simple buy now buttons, YouTube videos, Google Maps, so I can just type in Moscone, San Francisco, and it's going to show a map there for me sometimes. Once you're done with that, you can click the publish button. It gets everything online for you. So we have a mobile me type of service where you build your website and then you press the publish and we handle all the server stuff for you, so you don't need to worry about FTP details or server configurations. Everything is done for you. A couple other features that we have are integration with Google Plus and Facebook like buttons, so you can quickly add Facebook like buttons to your site. People can like your website. And you can create as many websites as you want. It's completely drag and drop. No coding is required. You can create full mobile websites. So this would be our desktop site. If you click the mobile page, this is what would appear automatically for somebody visiting your site on a mobile website. And it creates full Retina websites. It's the only website builder that creates automatically full Retina websites. So Retina means a high resolution screen. So this is a Retina Mac. Your iPhone and your tablets are all Retina screens. They're high resolution screens. So this website builder creates high resolution images. So they look very nice on all mobile devices and MacBook Retinas. And that's pretty much it. It's a really, really easy to use website builder with no coding required to build it, completely drag and drop, and you can come check us out in the Appaloosa section, or you can download a free demo at everwebapp.com. All right, thank you very much.
Paul, you also handle domain name registration as well, right?
That's right. Pretty much everything you need to build your website, we do. So from the hosting to building it to even email management. So we have a feature here where you can add your email accounts and click one button to configure them all in Apple's mail program, which then works on your iPhone. So we really want to take those technical hurdles out of building a site and getting it published and do everything for you without you needing to know anything.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
While you're up here, how about if everyone that's still in the booth here, come on back up for a second. We'll take some questions. We do have one more demo for you. But I told him, that he could come a little later just because I knew these guys, because you go to the booths, you can't shut them up. They get up here and they do it in 2 minutes and then run us ahead. So stick around. Guys, come on. Everybody come on back up. Any questions for anybody about, or from anyone about any of the apps? Because I want to make sure we give you all a chance to talk. Yes, sir. Okay, so I think the question is, how customizable are the websites? Oh, do you have people that will help you out?
Yeah.
Go to the mic, yeah.
Yeah, so we have over 80 minutes of video tutorials. We have a discussion forum with about 10,000 of our users on there, which will help you out. Or you can email us, and we're happy to help you with designing your site.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, you're going to have to yell. The app for Hider? The app before Hider. The app before Hider was Dennis. Yes, was Dennis.
Yeah, it was an app called Scanner Pro, which allows you to scan anything like dashboard, receipts from your iPhone and iPad. Scanner Pro, yes. Yay! We had 6 million people using that. Yeah, so thanks.
Okay, I'm going to do it better. I'm going to come down here. That way we can actually hear what you're saying. Questions? Yes, ma'am.
For the EverWeb, can you put a calendar if somebody wanted to set up appointments, like you had a chiropractic office and you wanted them to be able to set up their own appointments?
Well, it's actually funny you should ask that, because we were just talking with BusyCal and ReKoMe about how you can take the calendars you use with their services and export it to a Google a Google Calendar type of service, and then embed that on your EverWeb site. So we have an HTML snippet widget where you can embed pretty much anything. So it's pretty easy to do that, actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, from Readle. You have your Printer Pro, and there are a couple of versions on iTunes. Which one would work with the iPad? Because they both say iPhone.
So with Printer Pro, we have 3 apps there. So one is Printer Pro Lite, so you can try if Printer Pro works with your printer, because there are so many printers that we not technically support all of them, but it should be fine with all, even not AirPrint printers. So, and then we have the iPhone version and the iPad version. So that's pretty much it. Thanks.
Okay, for me, for Yi and Richard, are you limited in the search terms or to a set that you've created, or can I just go completely free form? Can I just search for anything and say, I'll take a shot to see if you recognize it?
Yeah, so currently our backend engine can recognize around 3,000 different objects, including sceneries. But for searching terms, we also integrate very intelligent word net as well as the whole paragraph of understanding. So that means you can feel free to search every word you are thinking of. For the word net, currently we recognize more than 3 million words. So basically you can search everything you want. Only if you have such picture, we will find it.
Great, thank you. Questions, folks? Because I've got a lot. If you... No? Yo, yes, ma'am.
Hi, how does EverWeb work with PayPal?
So I kind of shut off the widget a little bit. It's got an integrated PayPal widget. So you kind of just drag and drop the PayPal widget onto your website. You could either create a full shopping cart or just simple buy now buttons. You can just add the product, you can add the price, shipping, taxes, all that stuff, and then it takes care of that for you.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah, can you host the website you create somewhere else, or does it have to be with your company?
No, you can host it anywhere. So if you buy your website, you're hosting anywhere. It has direct FTP publishing, so one-click publishing to any FTP host.
Okay. Yeah. What's the question, and then?
Okay. Yeah. That's okay. Yeah.
If you wanted to use the builder for more so a photo interface, maybe like a photography site or modeling site, would it be beneficial for that, or more so just data content?
So if you just want to post your images on there,
yeah,
you mean?
Like a slideshow or
yeah, so it has
or a portfolio.
Portfolio, yeah. We have photography templates, actually. A lot of our customers are photographers. We have a photo gallery or an image slider. So you can have the image slider effect that a lot of websites have, or just a full photo gallery.
Stephanie, I've got one for you. Hi, I'm over here now.
Hi.
When you're doing all these videos, where are the videos housed?
Where are they announced?
No, where are they housed? I mean, where are they stored? Because people are watching them and you're creating them. Are they all within your own?
So it's all within your own family tree. It's not shared through everyone who owns the application. It's just you're logged into your own family tree, and then everyone that has that same tree is able to view it.
Okay.
I mean, more so just for the babies, but the adults can go in and watch them as well, see what type of silliness they're creating.
Right, because right now, I mean, it seems like everything has to be about security and privacy in everything. And so I know I have friends that are very paranoid about putting any pictures of their children anywhere that's accessible to everyone. They want it locked down in private. And that's sort of the solution you provide, is you just give access only to the people you want.
And what was the end of the question?
Well, just that's the way you work, that you only give access to the people that you want to have access.
Yes, password protected, beneficial not being on an actual website. It is just through the application, so it's not shared at all. It's not connected to Facebook. It's not connected to any other form of social media except for the actual site, except for the actual app.
Got it. Linda?
One for Stephanie and also one for EverWeb. Stephanie, is your app iOS, Mac, Windows? What will it run on?
iOS, it's specifically for iPad and iPhone.
Right, thank you.
Yes.
And then on EverWeb, blog functionality, because you didn't mention, I get website, but what about blog, if you want to do a blog?
You can do a blog with it currently, but we're working on a much more robust blogging platform. The blogging now is a little bit difficult, so we have a timeline about a month or two where we're going to have a really, really awesome blog feature that we're implementing.
Questions? Whoa, there we go.
Oh, what's the cost for EverWeb?
So it comes in two versions. If you have your own web hosting provider, it's $80 for the software. If you want our web hosting service, it's $100 per year, and you get the software and the web hosting service to publish right online. And we have a Macworld special going on till the end of the show, so till tomorrow. Macworld 14 for the coupon code, and you get 25% off.
Philip, a lot of us have implemented File Vault in our computers to protect it. Do we have any issues between the encryption that File Vault creates versus the encryption that Hider creates for us?
No, absolutely. It's just like an extra layer of security on top of File Vault.
So if I copy something off, I know from File Vault, it decrypts it and stores it, say, on an external hard drive. What happens if, I mean, can I copy something out of Hider, or the fact that I've hidden it, I can't even get to it to copy it?
Well, you actually can create a secure vault on an external drive and then keep it there. So, but the file is, the hidden files, you just can't find it within file system. They're decrypted, and you won't be able to access them. If you will take out that storage, you won't be able to access them anywhere else, even with the Hider. It only needs to be in place in the file library.
And yours is one of those solutions that I have to remember my password.
You can back up password in a keychain, but it will make using Hider slightly less secure, because the main point is not to give access to those files for people who will be able to know your administrative password. So,
got it. And this is going to happen sooner or later. You know it. Somebody's going to call and say, yeah, "Philip, I lost my password. Can you help me?"
Well, I think we won't be able to help, because the password is used to encrypt the file. So you can decrypt the files only with the password you have encrypted them with.
And actually, that's a positive thing, because that means that if they fall into the wrong hands, nobody can call you and get it, or they can't even brute force it in. It's just gone.
Well, they can brute force, but you know, there's so many computer capacities needed to brute force AES-256 encryption. So only guys from government can do that.
Yeah. Which government? No, never mind. Oh, Mike, you're up. You're up. Guys, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. The man with the loudest jacket at Macworld iWorld. This is Mike from VIPorbit. He's got a very cool customer relations management kind of thing, and it's sort of difficult to explain. So I'm going to let Mike do it because he does it so well.
Hello, everybody. How are you? I know I have just 5 minutes, so I have to talk fast. If there's anything that you would like to learn more beyond what I have time to tell you, we're exhibiting back by the concession stand, VIPorbit. So, I'm the co-inventor of ACT software. If anybody remembers ACT or has used ACT, anybody in the audience? Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. I abandoned Windows back in 2004 and I went Apple, yeah. And I'm like you, I was a user of ACT, for those that used ACT, and there wasn't anything in the Apple world, so I invented VIPorbit. And I'll tell you a little bit about it. So the question is this: life is a contact sport, both business and personal. There's no reason today to not have something that manages both aspects of your life, business and personal. Even ACT is just business for the most part. We all have multiple devices today, many of us, and they're with us 24/7. I need to know things about people regardless of business or personal, right? What's your score? Are you winning? To kind of give you a sense of where we fit, on one side is personal. Let's call that Facebook, the personal social side. On another side, let's call that business, maybe portrayed by LinkedIn. They're like a railroad track. They run parallel, but they don't come together. VIPorbit, like I said, manages your business and personal life, every aspect of it, and seamlessly integrated. You know the saying, there's an app for that? One of the adverse effects of having an app is we go to many apps to do one thing, and so we're unproductive rather than more productive. I'm kind of consolidating things back again like they ought to be. So where do we fit? At the very top end, for those of you familiar with CRM, Salesforce.com, whatever, there's only 14 million people in the world using a CRM system. The rest of us, most people, are at the very bottom using the built-in apps on the devices, iCal, contact list, but they don't talk to each other. They're dumb silos. We fit right in the middle for people that understand the need to cultivate and remember everything you want to about your relationships. I like to say, for me, it is my on-demand, instant recall, photographic memory executive assistant with me 24/7. Anybody want to have that kind of capability with them at all times? That's what VIPorbit delivers. Here's some screenshots of the iPhone, which is free. You can download it at the App Store for free. The iPad is a one-time cost. That's right, one time, $9.99. And actually, during Macworld, we're having a show special for the Mac version, $29.99. So all in, we're not talking very much money. And as you notice in the middle, there's a VIP sync. If you have 2 or more VIPorbit versions, they automatically sync, so now you're device independent. Whatever I put on my iPad will be on my iPhone or my Mac, just so you know. Free service. The data is on the device, just so you know. If you're a single device user, there's a backup button. Anytime you're logged into a Wi-Fi zone anywhere in the world and you touch that button, it backs up your data to Amazon encrypted servers. So if you lose your device or it's stolen, which happens, you'll be able to restore your database from the backup in the cloud. That's also free, all right? This is a peek at what's coming out this summer. A brand new, redesigned, written from scratch, unified code base across iPhone, iPad, and Mac, and it will be multi-user, the ability to share orbits specifically to people, let's say personal, as well as business, so I can determine who gets to share what with me in a collaborative sense. Just so that you're aware, for the last 2 years running, iBusiness Magazine, which has a kiosk over here, by the way, their annual cover story of the top 50 best business apps for iPhone and iPad users. These are the best 50. I mean, things that we all use for productivity. 2 years running, they voted VIPorbit #1. On the Mac version, this is the top 25 best Mac products. They ranked VIPorbit #3 after FileMaker and SmartView. So what I want to finish by saying is, in my short 5 minutes, there are those of you in the audience, and there's people out in the world who do things with people. They WhatsApp, they send an instant message, but there's no legacy to everything you've done with or for somebody, but they do things. They take a picture and send it via Instagram. There are people who want to know things about people, and they try to keep notes in their contact list is the device, the app on your device, right? But there's no aggregation or ability to scan that database for common features to then do something with. So knowing makes the doing better, and VIPorbit combines both. Let me just tell you quickly what an orbit is. It can be anything you want. Your imagination is your limitation. You could have golfing buddies, you could have a family orbit, you could have your board of directors, your investors, your country club friends. It can be anything. And a person can be in unlimited orbits. So you can be in both worlds, personal and business, and it's not just putting people in an orbit, because I'll bet so far you're just saying, well, that sounds like nothing more than a group or Google Circles, and it's a whole lot more than that. It's what I can do with an orbit. So let's say I have 200 people in an orbit and I want to communicate to them. I can select on the phone, send group text, send group email, schedule a group activity, and edit that group. I can do those same things with the exception of texting on the iPad and the Mac, since it's not a phone. And when I hit send, here's what happens. That communique goes to everybody in that orbit, but they get it as an individual. So VIPorbit enables you to do quantity work, but never sacrificing the quality of the individual personalization of the relationship you have. And automatically, it archives in everybody's history file that they were sent that communique. Everything and anything you do with somebody, it's automatically archived, most recent through the oldest. The best analogy is going to the doctor. When we all go to the doctor brings out our medical record, most recent through the oldest, of everything about our medical history. Well, how about having a history of everything you've done with everybody in your life? On demand, instant recall, photographic memory, executive assistant. So, thank you very much for your time. Chuck, thank you for the invitation to speak here. I'll hang around if anybody has any questions, but again, we're exhibiting back in the booth by the concession stand. Thank you.
Folks, before everybody gets out, any questions for Mike? Because we want to make sure we give everybody time. Yes, sir.
How do we access the Macworld Expo discount?
Just by going to the Mac App Store today and ordering it, because we'll probably keep it open for the next couple days before it goes back up to $49.99. And again, whatever work you do today on VIPorbit will automatically transfer for no extra cost to the new version we're coming out with that'll enable you to now collaborate with others as well.
Other questions? Anyone? Okay. Mike, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Folks, thank you for being here. These are some cool app demos. There are a whole lot more going on out there all over the floor, so go for it. Have a great show. We'll see you next time. Camera work by John Zakowski of Azimuth Productions Video San Francisco at videosanfrancisco.com. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, app.net, Google+, and Facebook. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date with all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at macvoices.com/newsletter. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at backbeatmedia.com.